Hello, hello, hello. Ooch. If you're not caught up, excuse me, on the first breakdown regarding Totsville, it will be the podcast right before this one. Uh, but there is so much more. Where to start? Where to start? Let's just get it popping. We'll start here.
They hate you if you do not agree. A quote from Mama Tot. So Mama Tot's definition of hate is the millions of followers that she collected by promising the LGBTQIA, Black, Indigenous, people of color, anyone out there that feels marginalized, that feels like they don't have a place, you have a place with me. I can be your safe space. And because those millions of people believed in her sincerity, they implored her at this critical time, take a stance. Especially because you dropped the ball with your post about the hurricane. Let us believe in you. Even after this mishap, show us that you will support the candidate that will best preserve our rights. But Mama Tot does not like that request. In fact, she's going to define it as hate. Did y'all say she apologized? And how many times have y'all implored with somebody to vote with the interest of protecting marginalized communities? And they push back with, I don't like to get political. When you don't back down from that uncomfortable conversation and you say, please, I am trying to appeal to your humanity for others. And they hit you back with, oh, what? You're going to hate me if I don't agree with you? This is why I don't like to get political. That is a right-wing defense mechanism. And this is not a one-off situation. She has time and time again shown her proximity to right-wing rhetoric. When are we going to say it is not a coincidence? Who are the people promoting the movie Sound of Freedom? QAnon supporters. And Mama Tot was right there with them. In case you've been living in a cave, they are a very far-right American political group. And if you don't want to hear it from me,
photographic evidence from her ex-father-in-law, who she really claims that she looks up to and is a great father and she spends the holidays with and whatever, right? So here's the first picture. Celebrate the beauty of our race. July is White Power Month. Let's clear up a couple of myths. Not a woman, not a hero. Wow, very telling. I am more MAGA now more than ever. Wow. And there's another photo that has a picture of the Confederate flag.
And the company she praises, not to mention all the people that coddle her like she can't do wrong, are her MAGA followers, who will do all her dirty work for her while she sits back and does nothing. And do we really think these two posting around the same time, almost identical rage bait content for the hurricane, just happen to be at this critical time? If it looks like a duck, swims like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck that doesn't give a fuck about you.
It absolutely is. And like I said previously, you cannot claim to be apolitical when you're saying you're an ally or an advocate or an accomplice to marginalized communities, especially when you're commodifying them. And people are like, oh, she's so supportive. Show me where she's overtly supportive to these communities outside their designated months or their designated days. She is a brand that's doing poor PR. Because could she have spun this? Yes, we see it a million times every single day on the internet. She could have changed her fan base and kept her underlying message. This isn't the first time she's thrown the communities that she claims to advocate for under the bus. And it's not going to be it might be the last time, because she is bleeding followers. But let's continue.
I thought I was going to let it go. I thought we were going to move on from this. And then why do you people keep sending me stuff? Why? Because you know I'm going to bring it right to TikTok. And you know that I'm going to say we need an answer for this. This is not AI. This is not fake. This is real. Okay, there's a post date, or there's a stamp on it. And I'm gonna need somebody to explain it. Lisa from Canada, why? Why was it deleted but people caught it? Why were we lied to, yet once again being told I didn't vote in 2020? I didn't vote for him in 2020. What? But you were on the train, girl. Straight up on the train with emojis and everything. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? Let's double spin this, shall we? And pay attention to who comes to the rescue. Because we seen Papa Tot's voting record. I'm voting. I'm officially on the Trump train. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, what? It's timestamped like official. November 1st, 2020. You're on the what train, my friend? What train was that? That's not the LBGTQIA train. That's not the I didn't vote for him. That's not the I wouldn't support somebody that would take away your right train. That's the fucking wrong train. Your shit derailed somewhere. What? This is authentic. This is real. This is not AI. This was Mama Tot 2020. Yes, this is yes. I'm sorry, what? What? Where's the next video, honey? We're gonna need an explanation. No hate. Oh, for the love of God, don't hate on her. No death threats. Explain. This is why people needed you to be transparent, because things like this, internet is forever, Mama Tot. The internet is forever. There it is, y'all. Officially on the Trump train. Research, do with it as you will. I researched. I verified first. I wouldn't have brought this if I didn't. I want to say this was before the death of her son. She wasn't that big on all platforms yet. Just giving some validity to, oh, it was only you don't know how long that post was up when that screenshot was taken. Toot toot, all aboard. As a disclaimer, I was editing the video and I realized that is Instagram. That's not TikTok. That's not a frozen from a video. That's an Instagram. Just wanted to be complete. That's Instagram.
Now, I played that because many people saw the video. And like I said, if you're not up to date, the live previous to this, there's more information. This is a continuation where she says, I didn't vote for him the last time. She still refuses to say anybody's name. She's being very vague, but I didn't vote for him the last time. Not I've never voted for him. Not I've never supported him. And her, I'm a good person. I don't do conflict. I recall several videos over the year where she's basically said, and I'm heavily paraphrasing, don't let the smooth taste fool you, that she will clap back. She's told stories about clapping back at people. And once again, she's further infantilizing herself. But she could have changed her target audience and still been profitable and still save face and move forward. Like I stated before, we've watched brand after brand after brand do this. We've watched creator after creator after creator do this when they've gotten caught up. Her problem is quadrupling down on the lies in everybody's face as they're presenting her with evidence and trying to backtrack. Like, sweetheart, you should have already scrubbed this. You've sat back and been on messy talk for far too long. People even busted her before she locked down her Facebook page. And I don't know why people are saying you can't lock down a Facebook page. Now, I know there's a difference between it saying that it's locked down and you privating it, but it's essentially the same thing. You can't get any information off of it. But people are saying that she would rant on Facebook about people. Like, it's because people forget. They forget that a lot of times they've connected their social medias and all sorts of stuff. But let's continue. We got one more video before we get into the nitty gritty and the Uber breakdowns. Here we go.
Okay, you can forget everything else. You can forget everything else. Because what do you think the first thing that Mama Tot does after she gets caught in a lie. She posts buying a car seat for somebody or talks about how she bought somebody a house. Well, today on her Facebook, she's decided to give Miss Lori Brooks a makeover. There's Miss Lori Brooks. There's Miss Ophelia talking about makeovers underway for our special winner of the Mama Tot makeover. Now, personally, knowing the scrutiny I've been under, I'd have been very careful with who I chose, right? I think you know where this about to go. And if this doesn't cancel her and just have you people say, fuck it, unfollow and block, I don't know what is. Let's just verify, update, makeover with Mama Tot happens tomorrow, right? Whatever she did, right? Here we go, Lori Brooks. Tagged up in there, comments are real. See y'all soon, which means she's gonna go there. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. You chose the MAGA to give the makeover to, but you don't want to tell us that your loyalties are with fucking MAGA. So you thought that after the issue of people telling you that you're supporting MAGA and Donald Trump supporters, you thought that the person to give more money to was a Trump supporter. You thought that it was going to be a good idea to fix up your image, to go ahead and give the what? And let's be clear, what kind of makeover did little Miss MAGA Barbie here need? What did she need? Did you decide to choose maybe someone that was trans coming out as a woman for the first time that really could have used a makeover like this? Or how about a single mother who has 5 kids and has been a single mother and really could use the pampering on herself? No, bro. You chose your people. The people that you associate with. Like, clearly this woman has money. She has her own cleaning business. Clearly. But you chose the MAGA. You couldn't pick someone from your LGBTQIA community. You couldn't do that. You had to pick MAGA. Bro, I'm all in now. Send me everything you got. Because this shit's fucking disgusting. Ew. Take your money. If you want Mama Tot to actually be affected by this, block her. Don't let her just block you, block her. The more people that block her, it takes her off the algorithm, okay?
Now, there have been people that have tried to call her in, explain to her why people are hurting. And once again, because I'm shocked that it's taken this long for people to open their eyes, but it is what it is. Her way of dealing with it has always been, well, I've done this for this person. I've done this for that person. I did this. Well, the person that's coming at me, well, I bet you she didn't tell you that I paid her mortgage. You didn't do it in good faith. You're letting people know that these good deeds you're doing come at a cost, Trump. You're paying for silence. You're paying for compliance. If you're all about love and community, one, you're going to be political. You're going to educate people on how to protect those that you claim to love and support. And two, your following, your fan base wouldn't be spewing hate on your behalf. We're not talking about matching energy. We're talking about these people full on being proud of getting accounts banned, seeking out people to see if people are talking about Totsville, sending videos to one another to harass people, becoming extremely anti-Black, extremely homophobic, transphobic, you name it, all in the name of Miss Love and Light. And with each video, and this is what she does. She does a video where she makes herself small. She amps up the accent. She talks about all she's done with people, and she keeps repeating that she's just being bullied and she's just being bullied and she don't know what to do, as if we've forgotten when she was telling us her origin story of having to make it out the mean streets, of having a family that originally wasn't very supportive of her, of being a young teen mom and everything that comes along with it, and having to have tough skin, her being able to clap back at people. Now all of a sudden she's so anti-confrontation, but this is the woman who is the queen of being caught in messy talk in everybody's lives and comment sections. And then when the heat gets too much, she puts out a video. Oh, Lordy B. Let's not forget when I helped out Johnny, Ricky, Becky, Susie, and Katerina. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China when you are trying to play both sides and you're putting people in harm's way, literally? Because she's not just using people online. Let's not forget the video that I showed where she was supposed to be at an event to uplift a Black man's voice so he could help other people. She didn't let anybody hear what he had to say. She didn't make any posts on social media until she could show off her outfit and what she liked about downtown Mobile, Alabama. This man is firmly on her page. And all of her actions and her words are giving the impression that he stands on the same side as her. We know historically and recent events at Trump rallies what causing a Black man to look like he's aligned with MAGA can do. At a rally recently, an actual MAGA Trump supporter was jumped. People recorded. People cheered on the people that were inflicting harm on this man, but nobody helped him except for another Black man that came from we don't know where. See, Mama Tot has the ability to have so much privilege that she can ignore the real damage that her words and her actions are taking. She can ignore using communities to the point where she's weaponizing them to their detriment. But like I said, it's not the first go round. This ain't the first rodeo. But what is the first rodeo is she's now pissed off her MAGA supporters. Before you go, Tad, she doesn't
I'm just
have
going to
MAGA
say it out
supporters.
loud.
Yes.
Mama Tot gave in to the people that came after her, the left. But she put all of us on the right under the bus.
Notice how this woman didn't say she just started following her. Absolutely not. But keep listening and watch at the end.
Have fun.
Mama Tot, this message is for you. And from the bottom of my heart, I love you. I love your videos, your content. I've always found comfort in your videos. I've sat down, ate lunch with you when I was down, and I followed you and I cried with you when your son was murdered.
Again, not a new follower. Not a new follower. And if you've ever spoken up regarding Mama Tot, you know the followers of hers, if they don't like what you say, who comes after you? Think about the ideals that they hold, and it's not a stretch, it's not a leap. You can tell by what they regurgitate. But I need you to pay attention. Not new. Not new. So the narrative that's being put out now by certain residents of Totsville that, oh, they're just new. They don't know her heart. They don't know her older content. Yes, they do.
But I do have to say I'm a little disappointed. I'm disappointed in the fact that you bowed down. You bowed down and you apologized to the very people who were on this app trying to destroy you. They came after you full force with everything they had. I watched every video and I defended you in every video. And you know what I got? I got the same hate that you've been getting.
I told y'all, same ones that are out here on the front lines as the warrior princesses for her. And they're all infantilizing themselves now. I got the same hate. No, you got the same accountability.
Creators with 1.4 million followers have pinned my comments supporting you and bashing me.
We can pin comments again? Okay. Bashing you or holding you accountable? Because if you thought that Mama Tot was going to come to your defense, baby, she never does that. Ever. Not even for her friends. She just a shorter version of Trump.
Throwing me under the bus because I supported you. And then you came out and you apologized to all those people who were bashing you, bashing me, bashing everyone who said a kind word about you. And all it got me was hate too. I got the hate. But you know what?
Was all you said were kind words about her? Is that what you did when you went out to people's comment section? Is it? Is it? Because y'all have more than just your affinity to holding on to your proximity to power. Y'all can't tell the truth. Like, y'all tell the truth about as often as the older millennial and Trump do. Not that tall.
I didn't apologize. I didn't apologize for feeling the way I do. I didn't apologize for who I vote for. But you did. You came out and apologized to the same people who were willing to throw you under the bus and run over you back and forth.
Did we throw her under the bus? Or did she throw y'all under the bus so she could cross the street? Me thinks it's the latter.
A million times, and they wouldn't have come back for you. But you know what?
Why would we come back for her? She threw us in the middle of the ocean with no lifeboat or life preserver. Are y'all gonna come back for her? Are y'all gonna come back for her? Because I feel like that there's going to be a brand change, not so much to the ultra mega side, because we know MAGA is going to slowly die off like the Tea Party in less than a month. And I already told y'all, I see a lot of predictions regarding the people who are currently grifting off of MAGA. And Mama Tot could have spent the next less than a month grifting off MAGA, because we know smack a flag on it. They'll buy it. You can just put a T on it. They'll buy it.
They came back after you said, I'm not a Trump supporter. I apologize. Really? What about to all your followers who are Trump supporters, who were
Sorry to keep stopping, but I need to point these things out to you. Remember, everybody's saying that her platform is about love and light and support. How is she connecting with Trump supporters while she is presenting as being in support of everything that Trump, the GOP, and MAGA are against? I need you to hear that these long-standing OG fans of Totsville, what they're saying. They were okay with everything because they saw the truth. They already knew about the wizard behind the curtain. They wanted the wizard to stay behind the curtain and keep pulling the levers. They did not want Dorothy to cross into Oz, let alone get back to Kansas. Yeah, I don't think anybody has access to that feature because they gave it to us for a short period of time and they took it away, and everybody's been complaining about not being able to pin comments since then. And most of the people who are complaining about it, it's not like to embarrass anybody, it's because either you put information there that you don't want to keep having to say over and over and over again, or it's somebody left a good nugget of information in your comment section. Now the key to keep something at the top is for people to keep engaging with that comment, and it'll kind of stick to the top, but that's exhausting. But yeah, the OG followers, they knew who she was. They're shocked now because they're like, hold up, you done skated this whole time. You've been unapologetic this whole time. You've done the do. Let's not forget that this is a woman who got backlash and backed out of a drag queen story time. Oh, yeah. I hope you saw that video that I posted over on TikTok. Absolutely.
Defending your honor, you come out and said, I'm not like those people. Who are those people, Mama Tot?
You wench.
Are we less than
A little bit, yes.
the marginalized community that you've given?
Oh, did you catch that? Did you catch that? Did you catch that? And she didn't say communities. She just said community. Like I said, the devil is in the detail. If you let any of them talk long enough, especially when they start getting pissed off with one another, it all comes out. Just like somebody can claim that they got a problematic family and they don't fuck with their family. But let them motherfuckers argue. You're going to find out everything you need to know.
Given your all to, you've helped, you've supported, you've raised funds for, and you know what they did? They kicked you to the fucking curb. And you apologized to them. But guess what? All of us who support Trump, we didn't do that.
But we just saw where a woman who has her own coins, has her own time to do shit, Mama Tot rewarded with a makeover. People don't seem to be in need because I remember the whole controversy between Mama Tot, a dentist, and a young lady she was supposed to be getting dental services for, and that seemed to be a bait and switch and a lightweight setup for a little bit of harassment. Who the pillowcases is coming off quicker than that scene in Django.
When we found out you didn't support Trump, we didn't make videos back.
When we found out you didn't support Trump, aka when you lied about not supporting Trump, they didn't speak out because they already knew the talking points and the things that she was sliding in. They knew the dog whistles that she was putting in there. Kind recognized kind.
Bashing you. We didn't make videos throwing you under the bus. You know what? We didn't even unfollow you because that's who we are. But
yeah, as long as you're going to keep up the dog whistles and we know deep down you still hate the same motherfuckers we hate, we still going to rock with you. We still going to roll with you because we realize you're pulling more people into the fold, into indoctrination. And we know that you can build an army that can help us with our great replacement fear. And they will low-key, unknowingly, until it's way too late, spew the bullshit we need them to spew. It's the same thing we do with our children, Totsville. You know that. You got the baby children. Yes, you do. And you got the grandbaby now, too. We know. We see you. We see you. Yeah, that's why. That's why. And there are a lot of, you've seen them, Black, gay, trans, that are so far up Totsville's ass. They done got lakeside property. in Totsville, and you hear what they're spewing, and it's not clicking yet. It's not clicking that they are taking white supremacist talking points to their followers and trying to convince them to get on board. It's no different. Black folks, y'all know what I'm talking about. Go with me for a minute. It's no different than the forced assimilation train, where a lot of people didn't realize until they were very, very firmly into their adulthood that the straightening of the hair and all this stuff that you were convinced to do because somebody that wasn't in the know got the information, brought it to somebody else, brought it to somebody else, brought it to you, and they packaged it like it was the way to go. It was the way to go. This person trying to keep us safe. They love us. And they said, we do this the way to go. And you're tap dancing right in line. When they talk about pipelines, this is what the pipeline looks like. The devil is in the details that you're not going to see. The devil is actually in the fucking fine print. The devil is in the terms and conditions that you usually click through because you want to get to the big, pretty, shiny message.
I'm a little disappointed, Mama Tot, because you threw all of us under the bus to save yourself and to bow down
That's
to
what
those
black is all about,
hateful,
individualism.
spiteful people.
Spiteful. Oh, we're spiteful people. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't spit on you if you were on fire.
No, because spitting is nasty.
Make it make sense.
But I want y'all to really focus on this.
I'm just going to say.
Yeah. And now that you've seen that, I want to run something else. I want to run this back for y'all. I want you to rewatch this, or you may not have been here when I originally played it, and really listen. We're going to talk about that, and then we're going to break down the latest video from Mama Tot so you can further understand why she's playing both sides. She's pulling the Charlottesville.
They hate you if you do not agree. A quote from Mama Tot. So Mama Tot's definition of hate is the millions of followers that she collected by promising the LGBTQIA, Black, Indigenous, people of color, anyone out there that feels marginalized, that feels like they don't have a place, you have a place with me. I can be your safe space. And because those millions of people believed in her sincerity, they implored her at this critical time, take a stance. Especially because you dropped the ball with your post about the hurricane. Let us believe in you. Even after this mishap, show us that you will support the candidate that will best preserve our rights. But Mama Tot does not like that request. In fact, she's going to define it as hate. Did y'all say she apologized? And how many times have y'all implored with somebody to vote with the interest of protecting marginalized communities? And they push back with, I don't like to get political. When you don't back down from that uncomfortable conversation and you say, please, I am trying to appeal to your humanity for others. And they hit you back with, oh, what? You're going to hate me if I don't agree with you? This is why I don't like to get political. That is a right-wing defense mechanism. And this is not a one-off situation. She has time and time again shown her proximity to right-wing rhetoric. When are we going to say it is not a coincidence? Who are the people promoting the movie Sound of Freedom? QAnon supporters. And Mama Tot was right there with them. In case you've been living in a cave, they are a very far-right American political group. And if you don't want to hear it from me,
photographic evidence from her ex-father-in-law, who she really claims that she looks up to and is a great father and she spends the holidays with and whatever, right? So here's the first picture. Celebrate the beauty of our race. July is White Power Month. Let's clear up a couple of myths. Not a woman, not a hero. Wow, very telling. I am more MAGA now more than ever. Wow. And there's another photo that has a picture of the Confederate flag.
and the company she praises, not to mention all the people that coddle her like she can't do wrong, are her MAGA followers, who will do all her dirty work for her while she sits back and does nothing. And do we really think these two posting around the same time, almost identical rage bait content for the hurricane, just happen to be at this critical time? If it looks like a duck, swims like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck that doesn't give a fuck about you.
So, just so you know, and you're clear that I'm not reaching, that I am not reaching when I say that the MAGA ladies, the MAGA ladies, they recognize their own kind. They recognize friendlies. Now let's get into this both sides conversation.
I wore these ugly boots for you so that hopefully I can make you laugh. Republicans, can you please come have a seat on my sofa? Okay? Democrats, can you please come have a seat on my sofa? I'm going to try not to take up too much of your time because, like I said, I don't explain things correctly. I have trouble communicating. I mess up on my words. I'm sure I say something wrong at some point.
Whole platform built off of communicating with people, correct? Spreading love, light, support, loving on people, being nice. And she's communicating that vocally every single day, right? Every single day. No problem doing that. Nothing is misconstrued, right? Right? Let's keep going.
Which is why I don't really like to explain myself, because somebody somewhere will dissect.
You don't like to explain yourself, but you present yourself as a safe space, a safe place for people to come and explain themselves. Didn't have a problem explaining who your boyfriends were in high school when the young lady put in your comment section that you used to date her daddy. Didn't have a hard time explaining yourself when you were talking about how you met Papa Tot. Didn't have a hard time explaining yourself when you wanted to stand up for your then friend Chaz when he was in the transracial adoption debate. And now all of a sudden you're stumbling over your words. You're trying to sound teary, but y'all show me where the tears are.
Something, which is how this entire thing started. When I said the other day, I thought that people just knew where I stood. I do a lot of reposts because I'm a big supporter of other creators on this app. And I follow creators.
You do a lot of reposts, which means that technically there's no attachment to you unless somebody physically goes to your page and clicks on your repost tab. That's not being in support of another creator. You're not putting it in your story. You're not duetting it or stitching it and saying, go back. But I really want y'all to pay close attention to what she has to say about all of these creators that she supports and where they come from.
On both sides of the political party, because actually they do a lot of hard work as far as like their research and homework and education.
both sides of the political party because they do their research. So much in support of them that you're having them blocked from your comment sections, trying to break things down for you for your own edification, free of charge, by the way. And you're blocking them completely so that they can't have access to correct you and let the masses know that what you're saying is incorrect. And for those that want to come out and go, but no, it's not her, it's her mods. You know, she has one particular mod that says boisterously that she has access. Who do you think gives her the rules and regulations to do it? Who do you think gives her the latitude and the platitude to do it? This woman is still employed as her mod. You think this woman at the head of a brand that she left her regular, degular, schmegular 9 to 5 to work isn't overseeing it? Stop the infantilization. Stop the infantilization. Let's go.
And they do a lot of work to provide those videos out for the people who follow them. And I understand and appreciate that. I'm just a big supporter of everybody. And anyway, so those reposts are public. My comments are public. I just thought people knew, right? I don't know. I just thought people knew. I didn't say that Republicans or Trump supporters were bad people. I did not say those words. And I would never say those words. But again, I understand you. And like I said, I'm going to mess up somewhere, somehow, some way. I already don't even want to talk right now because everything I'm saying is being dissected into something else. And then a whole new hate and bullying campaign starts all over again. I'm not trying to hurt anybody at all. Okay. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I would never use my platform to hurt or harm anybody. And my platform is to just love on people and make them laugh. And I'm not good at politics. I'm never.
Oh, you're great at politics. You are great at politics because you're politicking right now. All the hate is that I wouldn't use it. You are using your platform for that. You're doing it right now with this video. You're victimizing yourself knowing what's going to happen. Carolyn Bryant, you know exactly what's going to happen. You caused a disturbance. Instead of taking accountability, where nobody would have dug into anything, you quadrupled down, and now you are literally putting widespread targets on people. You are being extremely political right now, and you know it. You're being strategic. You're choosing your words carefully. You're making yourself small, while also taking a stance of a domineering mother type in the frame. Like, you got to protect mama. And you're like, oh, my comments are public, the ones that you let stand. And you're limiting comments on your videos.
Are going to be good at politics. I don't want to be good at politics. My anxiety and who I am as a person, I can't even handle it. So I commend truly all of the other.
You can't handle talking politics, but you can handle being political, and you can handle having double-digit millions of followers. You can handle red carpets. You can handle huge weddings and events. You just recently officiated somebody's wedding. It made that event all about yourself, by the way. But you do so much for other people. Your anxiety is so bad that you can be all up in the public spotlight, but you can't stand up for it and speak on what affects the people that you're making money off of. Noted.
Other political content creators on here. And I really wish that they could honestly be rewarded for the hard work that they do. Because
you're rewarding us by putting targets on our back, by getting us doxxed, by getting us threatened, by causing us to lose accounts, by having entire discords created about us, having people call us abusers. You're having us labeled as anti-white and say we're attacking a grieving mother. You're rewarding us in good old MAGA fashion.
It takes a lot of time, and most of them have like real jobs. To Republicans, Trump's.
Did you catch what she put up on the screen? You know that's a tactic of further infantilizing herself. We know it's a real job. That's why you're scrambling. That's why you're scrambling.
Supports, however you identify yourself. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say anything wrong to you at all. And to the Democrats, same goes for you. I didn't mean to say anything wrong to you. If I did, I don't harm or hurt people on purpose. I don't.
Did you catch that slip? I don't harm people on purpose. Okay, fine. We're all human. We can all agree on that. But if you are standing for things that, by your own admission, you watch political creators who do their due diligence from both sides, you know the platforms from both sides. So you are political. You are learning politics. You admitted that you were educating yourself about both sides of politics. Why would you apologize to the people who would be standing on the side that you claim you're not? Because your page, your brand, is built off the back of liberal and left ideals. Why would you care what the other side has to say? That's the thing. This is what a lot of people are missing. They're waiting for her to say certain things and not realizing she's already saying those things. You're waiting for somebody to explicitly say something as if she's telling herself, I don't do politics. I can't do politics. My anxiety. But I do know who does their due diligence, and I watch them, and I repost from them, and I know all about all of this. And before y'all say I'm reaching, let's continue.
And I've just never been through anything like this in my life. And may I please ask for just a little grace? That's all I'm asking. And I'm.
She ain't never been through anything like this ever in her life. You have a murdered son. You were a teen mother. You were married multiple times, divorced multiple times. You live in a small town. Because I remember when you started off talking about the gossip around town on your lunch break. Yeah, you made a shift from that. Yeah, but you still can't stay off messy talk. I remember, Ophelia. I remember. You've been through it. You've been through it. It's just, you like sundown town shit. And that's what you were low-key trying to create online.
Trying to do my best, but being screamed and bullied at and demanded and pressured.
You weren't screamed at. You weren't bullied at. You're not trying to do your best, because your best would have been you shutting the fuck up, admitting that you were wrong, apologizing, and educating yourself. But you don't watch both sides. You watch one side because all of your talking points came from that. You edited a video, put it back up, and lied to everybody's faces. We're caught up.
I really can't explain like that, what that's done to me. It's like everything I say, here comes a whole other content creator poking fun at me or something like that. I'm really trying.
Nobody's poked fun at you. Everybody has tried to hold you accountable. Nobody's poked fun at you. But I'm glad to see that you do pay attention to marginalized communities so that you can put on our trauma to try to get your ass out of the hole. Because this has sounded very Black womanish.
Trying, but I would never say that Republicans are bad people. So maybe people can try to come together. Here's, what? I'll say some things that I like about both.
You will never say the Republicans are bad people. And then you move smooth in, real slick to, I'm going to say things that I like about both sides. But you had to point out that you'll never say the Republicans are bad people. Okay.
Both parties, how about that? Republicans, something I like about you. And before I say this, please do not twist my words. I am not saying that Democrats don't do this, okay? I'm simply saying I appreciate this about Republicans, okay? I appreciate that y'all don't give a damn in the best way. Y'all stand tall in your convictions and,
In what best way? We know they don't give a damn about being problematic. We know that they don't give a damn about fucking people over. We know this. But in the best way, okay.
Things like that. You stand tall, and I don't feel that I'm like that at all. I don't, I find.
Well, now, so weak and so meek, and I need someone to protect me. Catching what she putting down? Very Carolyn Bryant of her. Okay.
That you stick up for yourself, and, I'm not like that. I wish I was more like that, but.
Oh, I just can't stick up for myself. Ignore the fact that y'all watched me all over the internet, not only stick up for myself, but my whole family when my baby child was murdered.
I'm just not. I think it's because I'm a very sensitive person, probably. So the Democrats.
Baby, I'm sensitive too. But I'm going to stand on business, and I'm not going to let anybody think that I'm something that I am not. And what I believe in, I have no problem repeating over and over and over and over again. You're a bitch. And y'all can take that back and tell her what the fuck I said. I don't give a shit. You're a bitch.
Excellent debaters. Excellent debaters.
She didn't have to think when it came to Republicans. Did you catch that? Yeah, you called it.
Again, not saying that you don't do those same things, but you guys are excellent debaters, and you don't back down at all. You stand so tall that you're like, we can keep going all night if you need to. I appreciate that about them. That's one of the things that I liked about Barack Obama so much, is because.
Let's bring in the black man and let's tokenize him. Because I can't hate if I love Barack Obama. But you watch both sides. You watch both sides. Your page is supposed to be about diversity, equity, and inclusion, and you say nothing about liking diversity, equity, or inclusion from either side. Okay.
In his debates, I felt he was excellent, and he was also an excellent speaker. And
did you catch that dog whistle? Did you catch that dog whistle? Not how he was as a president, not how he was as a senator, not how he is as a humanitarian, not how he is as a philanthropist, as an author, as a father, as a citizen. None of that. He's an excellent speaker, dog whistle. I loved him as a debater. So you were entertained. Okay.
He was an excellent speaker. I ain't seen him in a minute, but I really enjoyed hearing him talk anytime that I would see that.
You ain't seen him in a minute, but you're watching vetted, educational, researching pundits and creators on both sides, and you ain't seen Barack Obama in a while? So when did you stop watching both sides? During the after Kamala Harris was the presumptive Democratic nominee? Before, during, or after the DNC? Before, during, or after Kamala Harris took to the campaign trails for herself? Before or after the presidential debate between Trump and Harris? Before or after the VP debate between Walz and Vance? Because Obama's been everywhere. He has been the American Express of this campaign. He's everywhere we all want to be. So if you're saying out of your own mouth in this video that you have been watching both sides, I told y'all, everything everybody's been wanting to hear from her, you're hearing from her. You're just not listening.
On television, because I'd like that about him. But anyway, I'm babbling again. Maybe other people can find things that they like in each other too. But again, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to harm anybody while I was defending myself or trying to defend myself. But But like I've said before, no matter what side you're on, I'm still on your side. And there's good.
That's like me saying, I know for a fact your partner is whooping your ass and stealing your money. And I come to your house and look both of y'all in the eye while you're bruised and battered with a clump of hair missing from the top of your head. And I go, well, you know what? No matter what, I'm here for you both. I love you both. I see the good in you both. Okay, Charlottesville.
Good people everywhere and there's bad people everywhere. I needed to say that.
Who are the bad people, Ophelia? Because according to you, bad people just don't exist. Who are the bad people, Ophelia? Because predominantly we know who has been trying to correct you and correct your fan base, your followers, your Totsville residents. And you have no problem insinuating that they are bad and you need to be rescued from them.
But I hope you can understand what I'm saying. I really, really tried not to overtalk. But I appreciate you taking time to even watch my video. If you're part of my community, thank you so much. If you're not part of...
What community, heifer? The Carolyn Bryant caustic Caucasians? What community? Huh? The Sunday picnic committee? Like what?
Of my community, thank you for being here too. And I appreciate you very, very much. So...
Nobody is reaching when it comes to her. Nobody is bullying her. She is in her 40s. She is the face and the head of a brand, a highly cultivated brand. She, in my opinion, tried to be the white version of Miss Tabitha Brown. Difference is, Auntie Tabitha is honest about who she is. Auntie Tabitha told us from the beginning what her goals were, what she was doing. If you enjoyed her content, great. Whoop, whoop, that's what it is. But she told us what her goals were. And she's accomplishing these goals left and right. And we love that for her. She didn't say, hey, this is the safe space. Nah, I'm building this because ultimately I want to get here. All you can do is respect it. If you want to be along for the ride, you want to be along for the ride. Now, does Auntie Tabitha have some charm and some Southern baleness to her? Absolutely. It's ingrained in her. It's who she is. She didn't fake it, and she doesn't use it as a shield. Like I said, Mama Tot started off in her car on her lunch breaks, eating with folks. It wasn't some, oh, come sit down. No, it was come sit. Let me tell you the gossip, which is fine. If you wanted to be a gossip page, cool. It didn't take off for you like it did for Brittany. Cool, 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 cool. You don't have the personality of Brittany. Okay, we love to hear the BS on TikTok from Brittany. That's her thing. That's her judge. Once again, Brittany's honest about what she's doing. She nosy. She found some stuff. She's like, let me see who else want to be nosy with me. Mama Tot doesn't have authenticity. She was looking at, okay, what's going to be profitable and marketable? Cool, 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 cool. If you want to run every aspect of your online presence that way, great, but be honest about it. At the end of the day, do I love to kiki with people? Yes, because that's who I am. Anybody who's ever been in a discussion group with me or a class, they know this is me. I'm not going to be serious 100% of the time. I'm going to give you the facts, but we're going to have some jokey jokes. But I ain't out here trying to be a savior. My end goal is activism and education. If we can laugh and grow, cry, scream, whatever together, great. But I'm not about to be somebody that I'm not. And if you're going to play a character, fine. There are highly profitable characters all over the internet. All over the internet. They're not lying about who they are and what they stand for. And the problem is, you girl bossed in a way you shouldn't have. You thought it would be easy to take the downtrodden of society and use them because you never thought that you would actually have to stand up for them. You thought if you skated past and never said how you really felt, no one would find out. That's why you never scrubbed the internet of any of your bullshit from before. So comfortable and privileged and so detached from those that you believe that you have superiority to, you forgot it's 2024. You thought it was still 1994. And you got caught up, and it wasn't a slip up. It was not a slip up. That whole, oh, she was talking out of emotion. No, she was, because there wasn't any emotion outside of the faked, feigned emotion from her voice, because there was no tears, there were no anything. It was a poorly calculated money grab. And let me explain to y'all what I mean. It's obvious she's not watching both sides. She's not watching both sides of the aisle politically at all. She was watching and saw jumps in numbers and different deals from people saying that same shit and their numbers going up and everything else. And she thought, oh, I'm Mama Tot. Even if this don't go well, I can just, edit this out real quick and I just put on my sweet and sassy. And I got this event coming up with this black man and it'll be okay. We'll take them a car seat and I got this wedding to officiate. We'll just tell them about that and it will blow over. And it didn't. It didn't. This was too big of a deal. And this was too crucial to people's actual lives and survival that she couldn't do what she did previously. She could not do what she did previously. She couldn't, because she's done it before. If you run back through her videos and her comments that are still there, she's pulled from right-wing talking points before and drove the numbers up and pretended, oh, I just didn't know. Just like when there was a height of people within the Asian community fighting for their lives to get people to stop making reaction videos to foods from their respective cultures and doing it in an over-the-top, disrespectful way. Here comes Mama Tot with the durian. 6,000 videos later. Oh, I didn't know that was disrespectful. Oh, Suja, thank you for correcting me. And all these people, oh, instant follow. They could never make me hate you. First of all, never, ever, ever if you feel yourself getting to the point where you look at me or another creator and you know who I am, and the first thing that comes out of your mouth is they could never make me hate you. I know hate is strong, but baby, if you get to the point where you cannot correct me, block me. Because you're not a benefit to me, you, or society as a whole. Everything is strategic, and it's time for people to stop forcing people to keep telling you who they are. Y'all were like the friend zone creepy dude. But you like it, I love it, I guess. Keep in mind, there's a bonus open discussion about race on Monday, Indigenous Peoples Day, with myself and Royal Star Mastery. That sign up will open and 2 hours. So 9:35 Eastern, 8:35 Central. Link is in my bio. It will be under open discussions on race. As always, thank you for joining me here. Hopefully, we will not need to have any more special episodes, or maybe we will, because people don't seem to know how to act the closer and closer we get to a POTUS election. Y'all know this, I know this. But as always, thank you for joining me, and each one, reach one, each one, teach one. If I don't see you Monday in the open discussion, I will see you here on Tuesday. Ciao, Bella.